Hello and welcome, I am Arumba, thank you for joining me. Let's play some more of our Crusader Kings 2 Playing Tall campaign. Alright, independent states. Looks like the Aztecs have not gotten any weaker. I think that we're going to go ahead and just go nuts here. Let's see, the Aztecs right now are fighting against Catholicism at the moment in that crusade. We could meanwhile go for a crusade for Scotland, also known as Alban right now. Let's go ahead and do a blot, bloody blot, make our people like us better. We're going to die really soon. Filker Frody the Affable. It's going to happen any day now. I can just feel it in my bones. And when we die, Prince Gudmundur is going to come into power. He's not bad. He's no raider, but should really try to get him into a raiding spot. I do want to try to revoke some of these provinces. One of our dynasty members owns land up here that he shouldn't, so let's see if we can revoke Candleaxe. Actually, what does it say? How much? Yeah, we can get plenty of plot power here. Let's invite people and just see if he'll give it back. Plus, we're below our domain limit, so... Here comes the celebrations. Let's get as many people involved as we can. The more people who join your plot, they usually like you better, I think, if you succeed. Let's see right now. Let's find someone who has, like, good opinion of us, but not maxed. So, Jarl Cole, you are now going to be my test guy. Okay, we've had a good sacrifice to the old gods. Let's go ahead and consider doing our next war. So here, we need castle infrastructure to be at level 1 before we can do this. Castle infrastructure at level 1. Right now, castle infrastructure is at 0.5, 37.8% per year. We could send our marshal over here to try to bump this thing up. I suppose we would want to raise our levy first and then send the marshal. That'd be a good idea. Let's go ahead and revoke this county, see what he says. He says no. Alright, apparently we're going to go to war with our own dynasty here. I mean, it's just a province, dude. Just give it back. You're not supposed to own it anyway. And we lost our steward. I mean, you shouldn't have had land that you weren't supposed to have. I mean, that's all there is to it, really. Okay, so Reval Tribe needs to get upgraded. Since we don't have the infrastructure, we might as well spend some prestige right now. Or try to get the castle town here. I think that's probably more important. And then down here, we do not have enough money to build more other holdings. Can I build holdings in my vassals' things here? Can I spend... Yeah, oh my gosh, I can spend my own prestige in their buildings. I totally forgot about that. Well, since I have tons of prestige, I should just basically go through every tribal holding here and build whatever the hell I can. Things that only cost prestige, though. That's the goal. And especially, I want to try to do things that will upgrade automatically to level 1. So, like, shipbuilders would be higher priority. But, okay, I guess we go for the one of the quicker build things. We'll go for the war camp there. All right, let's go through every tribe we can find then. Wow, fully upgraded, geez. So the only thing stopping you then is that castle infrastructure being at level 1. Castle infrastructure is at 0.1. Wow, his chances of spreading it are so slim in Gotland. You don't even have a market village? What the hell's wrong with you? Do war camps. I want my troops to have more. It's gonna take a moment. I want to go through every province. Let's go through every province and spend some prestige, preferably on war camps. If we can't do war camps, then we do something else. All these tribal idiots. Why haven't you upgraded yet? You didn't even build a war camp? That is a lot of prestige I just spent. And then up here, he controls all of that, but not for long. He'll lose control of some of it. Let's scare him so he stops and stays there, and then we'll just go fight him. We're back up to 30 martial, which is pretty awesome. Price of decadence. Something just happened. Some morale damage. We got our Mirza guy. He's not as great against people who are not religious enemies, but he's decent enough. Already 48 war score there. Let's pull half the troops forward. Rally everyone else to the current location. I want to make this war as quick as I can. Revoking land from my own... Oh, wait, we just caught him. Okay, do you have money, sir? I mean, if I take the money, I could build stuff. You have no money. Alright, let's just use this to piece him out. And then let's go check our test guy. Cole was the guy we tested with. Pleased by succession law change. Funded buildings in my domain. Held a blot. So we have no modifier for succeeding in our plot. So I think maybe it's just when you murder people that works. We could try to revoke the county of Holland. I think we had given that to one of our dynasty members because we were trying to make him our heir. His grandson was not a horrible heir. We also have the chiefdom of Lan. So this is where you are my actual heir, and you own Leneme, and you also own Ocel. These are part of... Is it because I have a claim on it? No. I'm not sure. For some reason, I'm allowed to try to fabricate in that province. I don't want to do that one either. We still have righteous imprisonment on Jarl Engermer, who is somebody that doesn't really like us much. He is of our dynasty. I think we do try to imprison him. Our troops are already here, so let's just try, and if we fail, just... He'll raise his troops in rebellion, and we'll just go right back to where we were before, right? We'll just continue to siege him down. I mean, it's not really a big problem. So we successfully revoked this place. Let's upgrade here. War camp. And I could have been spending so much more prestige on previous characters if I had realized or remembered that you could spend prestige in your vassals' holdings. I don't know how I failed that. How I failed to realize that. I love this. We're actually making money with our levy raised now. That's pretty spectacular. And this guy's going to fail pretty quickly. We'll just keep him in prison, probably throw him in the oublet. Let him die. Gotta prune the dynasty a bit. 75 living members. That's too many. Gotta, filter it down a little bit. That's 79 war score. That is his army. Looks like I will need to hop up to there. Grab some boats and do it by boat. Truces are expiring with High Chief Karen the Bold, who owned that duchy. And we do want to take that because that is part of... Well, I mean, he owns Novgorod. That's not what I want. And he also owns the High Chiefdom of Livonia. So if I attacked him... Let's see, you are Slavic. Slavic dude owns that. That's just too far away, though. That's way outside of our range. I just want to holy war you for that target. Looks like our Jarl here, our nephew, or whatever he is expanded a little bit. The crusade has failed. Now watch Catholicism unite against us in our attack on Scotland, which we will start in just a moment as soon as we get this war going, or done, rather. Okay. Kind of low on money right now. Unfortunately, by having these owned by vassals, I'm not going to get any alerts when they're done. Nice work, Mr. Priestman. Mr. Seer, doing a good job of converting this territory fast. Large market city has been completed in Reval tribe. Okay, I suppose we go for the war camp. And there's our 100 war score. We're about to finish this one, though, so we might as well just wait, like, one more tick. Alright, let's disband. These are raiders. That's kind of annoying. Spend some prestige up here. So, war camp. War camp. We're already trying to build a war camp here. What happens to this province if it gets sieged? Does the war camp get killed? I can't recall. You can't cancel it. I think it does just stop? Is that what happens? Oh, yes, it does. They burnt it down. They looted it, and construction of war camp was destroyed. Great. Guess we start building it again. Who needs prestige, right? Can't take it with you. Alright, so we have like almost 8,000 troops, and it is the year 905. We can attack Livonia in January of 905, so that means that our truce is now up with you. We can do a quick holy war for that province there, which is part of our de jure empire. Or we could just not do that and instead go to war with Scotland. Which is honestly more appealing to me. So let's do it. Let's declare our first Great Holy War. What's the worst thing that could possibly happen? We only have 164 ducats in the bank. The Catholic nations will definitely defend, but hopefully we have an advantage in ships, and they won't be able to reinforce it very well. We have 70 ships. 78 required. We don't even have enough ships to move all of our troops. That is a great sign. Let's grab all the boats to here, except for these boats. Can go to here. These troops can go to here. Alright, the Germanic Holy War for Alban. His Holiness, Filker has declared a Great Holy War to reclaim all parts of the theocracy of Alban held by Cardinal Cyan of Alban. Since the crown of Alban is not held by a Germanic ruler, all gains will be handed over to the ruler who contributes the most to the Great Holy War, which is currently me. Keep in mind, other people of our faith could potentially join in this glorious conquest. My court physician burst into my study. You've been up all night again. It'd be in your best interest not to work so hard. 50% chance I lose the trait stress. I didn't even realize I was still stressed. Or I could try to become diligent. Let's try to get rid of stress, because I wouldn't mind, living a little bit longer. Nope, still stressed. And now I've lost some stewardship, evidently. Now we're over the domain limit. I don't want to get rid of this holding, though, until we've finished upgrading a couple more of them. I want to get the entire realm to be castles. Jarl Cole has just died. Okay, he died of severe stress. That's a sad situation to be in. Okay, you are no longer special interest. This guy is still here. He's now 45, still owns both of those cities. We just lost our advisor slot. Okay, and Jarl Toke of Bergslagen has inherited. So we have a new guy who is the Duke of the land that he should be. And he feels pretty good about us. He's not considered to be a powerful vassal. He's pretty crap at almost everything. Let's check to see if who is the next powerful vassal that we don't have appointed. The Chief of Osel is apparently considered to be powerful. Right, my son is a powerful vassal. Well, he's not horrible. Let's wait and see. I mean, I don't need to do it just yet. We're going to have to disband a couple of these guys because we can't carry them all. Actually, that's not true. Somehow, it says 7802 here and 7793 here. This game has some very questionable math. Alright, so we are attacking this guy. So far, the Pope has not responded. We are at war with just Scotland. Okay, positions. The Jarl of Ostergotland, or my son. Well, a Jarl is certainly more important, I think. So let's put him in position. He's only 20. My son is 40. Can you believe my son is 40? Holy crap. It's an old boy. Old little man, boy, child thing. We want to consider changing succession law. Or changing our target. 40-year-old heir is kind of old. Did I just see a siege leader? No. We can nominate our niece. We can nominate Prince Anuder. I'm so sad that I switched over to the duel focus and I only got to duel one guy and then I lost my arm and now I can't duel anyone anymore. Like, I don't even think I'm allowed to because I'm maimed. I don't know. Just pick a random rival. Probably needs to be a man. None of the duelers can be busy fighting a war. No, looks like being one-handed does not stop us. Well, we shall fight to the death then, as soon as we're done with this war. I've noticed the pitiful state of my daughter. Let's see if we can wed her to a strong man. Strong, please? She is 6. Money seems to be coming in pretty well. And we are off. Alright, personally held holdings. You got these two. One's a tribe, one is a bishopric. This is a tribe. No garrison, nothing there. I think we just land here. He's going to be there on the 13th. We can land, I think, before that. We'll arrive in the North Sea. The troops themselves. It says we'll arrive in the North Sea October 5th. 9 galleys will arrive in the North Sea. That's a completely different navy. There's just no way. I don't think there's actually any way to see how long. I think it takes like 6 days or so. I forget. It's different between different things. That's a big penalty we just took, and suddenly there was a big army there. We'll see how we do. We've got our holy warrior, the desert man. My commander, Prince Anuter, was just slain by the enemy. Well, there goes that option for an heir. Never mind. As we choose someone else. And we are still going to manage to win, but that was pretty bad. Gains the trait Valhalla Bound. Nice. By winning great victories for the Norse faith, this character is assured a place at Odin's table in Valhalla. Personal combat skill goes back up by 1. Excellent! The duels are back on track! Personal combat skill of 1. Sweet. Let's do it. So that's our equivalent to the Crusader trait, is what that is. The target of our crusade has finally fallen to our mighty arms in the wrath of God. Victory is ours. The Care Sin clan. What? Is this his capital holding? That's his crown focus. But his capital holding's here. Are we actually going to get 100 prestige and 100 piety for every holding we siege? That'd be kind of crazy. Oh, you want to join the Holy War? Well, of course you do, after we've already started winning. Stupid, lazy bastard slacker, man. An invasion by sea. We're going to just go for the top holdings first, because we get the most war score, the easiest. We will assault. We want to make this quick. Yeah, look at that. We are actually getting good stuff for everything we take. Let's go take that other tribe. You want to marry some woman? Sounds fine. Send these boats. We don't want to send them home, actually, because we got to pick this army up once we're done. This tribe, of course, will fall very quickly. Look at all this prestige and piety, my gosh. Okay, that puts us to 40 war score. In order to get a ticking war score, we would have to occupy damn near everything, so that's not going to happen. Still, we've got a barony there, a bishopric here, a bishopric there, so I think we go for those two next. And actually, we spread out quite a bit and go for lots of sieges at once. A kinswoman, trained in the arts of war. Harrison clan is back to being in their control. Your cause is just. Well, of course it is. For Valhalla. So I think we're actually going to gain even more prestige and piety for sieging it again. No, we did not. Okay. Well, that's probably a good thing. Kind of cool if there was an auto-accept option there. Alright, that is a sizable number of troops marching into this tiny little province here. Let's recombine. Try to keep our troop count nice and high. May 1st, May 5th, we're fine to escape. I want to stay in charge, so I'm not going to combine my army. I don't trust it to not do it right. You'll be there on the 23rd. I can be gone on the 19th. We'll combine these two. So we've got to go with 2 stacks for security. He's only 6. Yeah, we'll go for the 11-year-old. Why not? A little bit more combat will probably be the easiest way to solve this war now. Let's finish these 2 sieges, and then once we're done with those, taking down that barony would be nice, and this bishopric should fall right now. That's done. Let's combine these guys down to this army now. We just lost control of some stuff. There's just a town left. Then we can combine our army. And go from there. Our armies march around just fine. One character owes you a favor. Broker, who is on the council. Cool. Also, it is July of 906, which means I think we can actually change laws again. We can go for war declaration, this one. We only have one supporter, Godi Asborn, but we can call in this guy's favor. Okay, so that takes us to 2 votes. Which means we only need one more. Hala, Frodi, Mayor. Let's take a look at the council. Actually, yeah, Hala, buy a favor from you is only 80 ducats. Let's just buy it right away. He responds. We call in council support. And now we have the support necessary to go for that. Let's get some combat going here. Oh no! Our last dying thing is to try to pass this law. Is the vote still going? Oh, look at that. It didn't get passed. Damn it! He died due to the severe stress of trying to pass this nonsense. Crap. Well, damn. Now the council's discontent, and, I mean, we do have the ability to try to pass it, but, we just bought favors, and now everyone's opposing it, and we have a discontent council. That would have been so good to pass it! Alright, I gotta take a break here, though. I'll see you again in the next episode. Thank you for watching, everyone. See you soon.